アルザス級戦艦。フランドルの艦船としての本源ですか。よく理解できません。艦船の体も、この体に秘める力も、フランドルの政務を果たすためのものに過ぎません。指揮官様は、フランドルを唯一従えられる存在ですから。指揮官様の望むフランドルに、フランドルがなるだけです。
Hello, hope everyone's doing well, and welcome back to Warship Wednesday. Today's topic is Flandre. She is a battleship that was added in PR6. She is a product of wargaming. However, there is some information about potential plans that I could extrapolate from Wargaming's design of her. But we have a little bit to talk about. Let's start off with her name. It is basically French for Flanders, the northern part of Belgium. I don't think there's a huge French-speaking population in that section. I thought it was mostly the Dutch part of Belgium was in Flanders, but the name could also come from the fact that in World War One there was such bloody fighting in the fields of Flanders, and it could be a tribute to that. However, there's been two previous ships named Flandre in the French fleet. The first one being an ironclad frigate that participated in the blockade of Prussia during the Franco-Prussian War, and a scrap Normandy-class dreadnought that was not quite ready to be done for the start of World War One, and so she was scrapped. However, this dreadnought Flandre's sister ship was eventually converted into an aircraft carrier in the 1920s, this being the aircraft carrier Bjorn, who we have in the game. Now, as for Flandre's physical design, she was intended to be a potential improvement upon the Richelieu class because there was a huge arms race going on, trees are falling apart left and right, everyone's realizing no one's following the rules. So Flandre's idea was to improve the Richelieu class by adding an extra turret, but switching those turrets from quadruples to triples. So she would go from having 8 guns to having 9 guns. And the difference between quadruple and triple is if one turret gets knocked out, you lose 4 guns. And for Richelieu and John Bart, they only had the 2 quadruple turrets. So if one got knocked out, half their firepower. If one of Flandre's turrets gets knocked out, only reduces it by 33%. She had slightly different secondary layouts, but the main difference was she had 3 triple turrets. Now, her design was passed up on in favor of a different design because it was felt that she couldn't compete with her potential adversary, which would have been the German H-class battleships, which Wargaming turned into FDG. And so they went for a different class, and the French ended up settling on the Oslos class battleships, but those also would never be completed because France got overrun, and if you're overrun, you're not building ships, and you have bigger issues at home. So yeah, that was her history section. Now for her skills. They both include the word apotheosis, which could refer to the fact she's supposed to be an ultimate counter to biggest perceived threat, this being the German H-class ships. And also, it could be the fact that the Irish Orthodoxy has a lot of religious iconography in it, and it could be related to that, and it could be ascending to, like, so apotheosis could also mean like ascending to godhood, or achieving divine status, so it could be something to do with that. That's all I have for the skills. And first, quotes. Self-intro. She's kind of confused, like she just woke up, but she's confused as to what kind of battleship she is. She's asking, what do you mean Aslos class? This could be, she's thinking, don't you mean someone else? In Azur Lane, she's actually classified as an Aslos class, so you have something to do with that. And unfortunately, other than that, I don't have any other sortie lines or quotes she has that relate to historical matters. Mostly just has to do with her herself or the Azur Lane factions. What could have been a fitting line is a sortie line with FTG. However, that's not to be at this point. So that is all for Flandre. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.